Before we get started, please hit the like button to help the YouTube algorithm. If you're new, please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Theodore Roosevelt said, "Do what you can with what you have where you are." This phrase so encapsulates my friend Rick today, and I've invited him to join me. Hello, Rick.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. It's so nice to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Again, Rick, thank you so much for joining me today. Your story is an inspiration to parents and students, and I thought it really would resonate with those who are listening to my video today. So, Theodore Roosevelt said, "Do what you can, where you are, with what you have." Can you tell us what that means to you?
Yeah. So I think that's a great quote because not everyone starts in the same position. It could be true for whether you're in the United States or any other country in the world, honestly. So yeah, just being able to do what you can literally with what you have is probably one of the most important things and one of the most important lessons to learn.
Hello, friends. Ayisat here, and today I have Rick Cardone. Is that how you say it?
Yes, Cardone. Thank you.
Yes, Rick Cardone of ESTUOUS Design. ESTUOUS Design is a web design and development company out of Long Island, New York. Some of you know that I'm from New York, and I made it to Texas as soon as I can. And so Rick is from my hometown. I'm actually from Long Island. So Rick, tell us a little bit about your company and how you got started.
Yeah, so excuse me. So I started in the last month or so, senior year of high school, with one of my friends. And it kind of started off as just, oh, we have a good business idea. Let's, kind of see what we can do with it. I was into computers and he was into accounting and finance. And then once we kind of got started rolling with it, it turned out to be very fun. And I thought that maybe we could use it as, something a little bit more than just something to play around with on the weekends or whatever. And I really started looking into ways to monetize the business and kind of run a real business. And that's when I figured out that I wanted to do this specifically to try to pay for my college education. So that's kind of the biggest inspiration for me to keep working with it. But really just, it's so much fun for me to make websites and deal with people and kind of go back and forth with emails. It's really fun and it makes me want to do it more.
That's wonderful. So are you still in high school or did you graduate? Are you in college now?
I'm a junior in college at Villanova University now.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you very
So
much.
as this is new and it's just contributing to part of your college finance.
Right. Yeah. It's actually helped me a lot with tuition. I allocate basically 95% of the company profit that goes to me, to my college tuition. So the rest of it is just for, little side stuff like going out to eat with friends or whatever. But most of it goes to my college tuition.
Wow, that's inspiring and that's fabulous, honestly. Today a lot of people feel like, hey, if you're in college or in high school, with the pandemic, a lot of opportunities have really shrunk. And so a lot of my audience have been telling them, hey, you may not be able to babysit anymore. You may not be able to work at, a Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, but you can do something. You have something to offer. And so you've taken a skill that would have been just for fun into something that's now purposeful for you and it's helping you achieve your goal of a college education. What would you say to today's student who is trying to figure out how to get through college without coming out with a huge student loan?
Right. Yeah. I mean, one of the biggest barriers for when I was looking at different universities was the overall tuition, even after some financial aid from places. I mean, it was over $60,000 a year. So that's just not reasonable for many people. So a huge part of my college finding experience, if you will, was kind of comparing and kind of going back to the schools and asking if there's more financial aid that they could offer me. So once we were able to kind of narrow it down to that, then this is kind of at the same time with my business that I realized, well, maybe this could be another way that I could go to the school I really want to go to, even if it's a little bit more money. And just being able to find something that you're really passionate about, but something that you can do while in conjunction with school, can be very useful for you if with paying off the tuition and not having that huge burden as soon as you graduate. Because if you graduate with $100,000 or more in student loans, it could be very tough to bounce back from, or that could even stick with you for your whole life. So it's really important to kind of find another outlet to be able to pursue your education while not hurting yourself at the same time.
So I heard from a little bird, a platform called Schmooze, that last year you actually had a few interns working for you, and that was a big success.
Yes.
I'd love you to share a little bit of that, but also at the same time, think about what's the biggest challenge you've had as a business owner?
Yeah, so this past summer, actually, I had 5 interns from the University of Missouri, and they worked in sales and marketing for us, and it was awesome. Each week we would have 2 meetings just on Zoom because, of course, with everything going on, and we were able to collaborate, with pretty much relative ease, and we had reports going, we had a lot of communication back and forth that helped both them and helped us grow over the summer. So that was a really positive experience, and it was cool to be on the other side of things. Yeah, I've worked a few jobs before at home, and it's cool to be on the other side for sure. And then I'd say the biggest challenge that I've had so far is just, well, the biggest challenge I had was legitimizing myself. Because as a high school student, trying to push a business that is, for other businesses essentially. So, if you're a business looking for a website or for content for your online presence, you're going to want to go with the most reputable and someone with results with what they do. And I was a high school student. So definitely the hardest part was legitimizing the business and showing everyone that, yes, I'm a high school student, but we could do just as good as everyone else, if not better. So that was definitely the toughest part.
So starting out is hard, and getting people to recognize you where you are. Hey, I don't have a huge portfolio, but I have huge knowledge and I can implement your desire was really something you had to overcome.
Definitely, yes.
And so how did you overcome that? Was it word of mouth, or was it just through trial? Did you do tests? Did you give them a test period? What was the one thing you would say top of everything that I'm sure there were a few solutions helped you overcome that?
It started off with all word of mouth. And actually to this day, we hadn't done a ton of marketing until this past summer when we got our interns. And we had still been growing pretty rapidly throughout, from social media and stuff like that. No paid marketing until the summer. But yeah, word of mouth was huge. My friend and I would go to different like sports camps, and because we were doing a product called .me, which was a personalized, basically online portfolio for high school students. So it could either be used academically or athletically, or both. It was, it was basically an idea that we had going, and that was huge for us. We got a ton of new clients from that and helped spread word of mouth. And then we had a huge overhaul on our website, just kind of changed everything up. I redesigned absolutely everything a few years after the first design. So that also, in conjunction with just working with more and more people, is what really boosted up just kind of that feeling of reliability for people. And now we're relatively established, and we've been in business for a few years. So it's definitely been a big swing, and been interesting to see.
That's great. I don't want to miss something you said. I know it was kind of in between everything. You said you've had to revamp, change, grow, and run with new ideas. So you still within your framework of everything, but as you started doing things, you realized maybe I need to pivot this way or angle that way. And so that has helped you grow your business. And that's important for any business level. At starting out, whether you're starting out, there's always that fear of nobody knows me. Nobody knows who I am. And
Right.
into, okay, now I'm doing it, but I have to change a little bit slightly in order to make things work. So I would love for you to share with our viewers today, how can they reach you? And I also would love to hear from your point of view what you can do for them.
So yes, the best way to reach me personally would be on LinkedIn, which you could just find me at Richard Carbone Jr. Our website is estuous.com, which is ESTUOUS.com. And on there, you can find all of our, you can find our portfolio, about us. You can learn a little bit about the different people that work here. You can learn about, we have a new client acquisition program where we're actually hiring right now for exactly what that is, a client acquisition partner. So that's exciting. Something that I can help to do for the viewers is, if you can reach out to me on LinkedIn or on Schmooze or any of those platforms, then, if you have any questions about starting a business, if you're in high school, or if you have questions about just college, about, getting ready and how to balance that with starting a business, I've been through it. I could definitely help out. I could say that it is very difficult. My freshman year, I didn't get to allocate a ton of time to it, and I kind of regret that a little bit. But it's definitely helped to make the business grow, and definitely is giving me some great knowledge on what it's like to do.
So one more question. How do you balance your time?
Yeah, that's always the hardest part, is having enough time for all of your studies, you need personal free time as well, and time for the business. But yeah, what I personally do is I just always have a schedule. I write down every single thing that I do, whether it's from, taking out the trash or doing laundry to sending out an email, or just absolutely everything I write down, and it helps me stay structured and scheduled throughout the day so I don't miss anything.
So what's your goal, business-wise or personal, for the next 5 years or 10 years?
My main goal for ESTUOUS is to add a cybersecurity department, and I want ESTUOUS to sort of be more of a cybersecurity firm than anything, and still be able to do content help on the side, such as, creating an online presence with a website or logos or media, anything like that. But I really want to see ESTUOUS be a cybersecurity firm. That's what I'm pursuing at Villanova. So I'm really excited about that. And I hope to be able to do that within the next probably 10 or more years.
That is exciting. Rick, I am so grateful that we had this opportunity. And I met you on Schmooze, which is a platform for entrepreneurs like you and I, and so where entrepreneurs all over the country and possibly the world are linking together to help one another grow. And so thank you for sharing on that platform. And thank you for coming on this show with me. I cannot wait to see the leaps and bounds you take personally and with ESTUOUS. And so, I'm a fan now. So I'm gonna be looking for what you guys are doing. Tell me again the name of your school so I can include it in the notes.
Go to Villanova University.
Where is that?
It's in Pennsylvania. It's in Radnor, like right outside of Philadelphia.
One more thing, guys. If you're in high school or college, I would love for you to connect with him if you're interested in the opportunities that this company is offering. So if you're looking for a job and this sounds like an online great connection, work from anywhere kind of deal. So I want you to check out ESTUOUS Design. It's estuous.com, ESTUOUS.com, and see what they're doing. And I definitely would love to hear from you if this is something that relates, connects with you, if you share a story with ESTUOUS, or if you would just need to connect with him. So his information would be in the show notes, and you will have access to that, and also on LinkedIn. Well, thank you so much, Rick. It's really a pleasure to have you with me today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to be in here.
If you'd like to be on a future episode, send me a comment in this video or contact me through my email or website. If you're new, please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Getting started may be hard, but remember, progress lies around the corner. Thank you for joining me.